You are live.
Awesome, Michelle. Thank you so much. And welcome to Revitalizing your gaze, a holistic approach to youthful looking eyes. We're going to start with some housekeeping items. The first one being, if you have questions during today's webinar, you can send them via the chat button on the console. We will be saving time for questions at the end of the session, so please feel free to chat in any question that you have, and we will do our best to answer them. Michelle has committed to responding to questions post-event, so no worries if we don't get to your question during the session. She will follow up after the event with you personally. Please note the information shared in this session and that is provided by the presenter should not be considered medical advice. We encourage you to consult your physician concerning your own situations or for any specific medical questions you may have. This webinar is being recorded and we will be sharing it post-event. By participating, you consent to the recording and future use of all audio and visual content. It is now my pleasure to introduce our presenter, Coach Michelle Smits. Coach Michelle.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, look at you go. I'm all ready to hype you up even more. So
I know. And I'm just like, woo, 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 let's go. Okay. Hype
I
me
know.
up.
Okay. So, and that plays into what we're going to talk about because you left your corporate career as a top executive leader in sales and marketing when your kids went from competitive cheerleaders. So there's your woo, 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 because you were their coach, and performance dancers to tragically being bedbound and homebound by a debilitating disease, MECFS, which is also known as chronic fatigue syndrome. Michelle holds a Bachelor of Science in Management with a concentration in marketing, along with certifications in nutrition, hydration, and facial treatments, which is part of what we're talking about tonight. Plus, she actually just got certified in holistic nutrition, which makes me really excited to learn more. Michelle her complete biography can be found on her Facebook group, Natural Balance by Coach Michelle. Before I pass the virtual mic over to Michelle, let's take a quick look at our agenda. She will share things that we need to stop or start doing right now to rejuvenate our eyes from the inside out. And as I was getting ready for tonight, I was thinking about how tired my eyes look at this time of night. So this is the perfect time to do this. We will learn easy strategies, and I love easy strategies to maintain our personal youthful glow. And you're also going to share natural ingredients and products to enhance our results. So with that, Michelle, let's roll.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. So good to have you here tonight. So, listen, tell me, when it comes to your eye area, what is your biggest problem? Whether you are on live or on replay, tell me down below. Is it puffiness, dark circles, or fine lines and wrinkles? Or maybe it's all of the above. So, go ahead and put that down in the comments, whether you are live or on replay. And once you've done that, go ahead and hit the shared button if you think that this topic about finding holistic secrets to helping your eyes stay youthful is going to help any of your friends out there. And if you do that, just put done in the comments and we'll give you a shared shout out. Hey, Patty, I see you're here. How are you? Okay. So let's start talking about our eyes because we're all like, what is going on with our eyes, right? It's one of the first things, obviously, that you see when you look into the mirror, and it's a focal point. It's a focal point of our face. And each year, if we are blessed to have a birthday, we are going to notice that our bodies and our skin, being the largest organ, is starting to change a little bit, right? Our skin's elasticity is changing. We've talked all about that on Crushing It with Coach Michelle when we talk about collagen and trying to maintain elasticity in our skin. Our natural oils, those are also decreasing and we're seeing some changes. One thing that you don't hear a lot about, you hear everything about collagen and dryness in the skin, but the fat layer that's in the deeper layers of our face and our skin in general is actually decreasing, and that's where we're starting to see maybe that sagging, right? So we're having issues with dry skin, not having the oil, not having as much collagen, and that fat is then all contributing to the changes in the skin that we're seeing. So, um, another thing that happens is you might have an accumulation of lymph fluid in your eyes, right? How many people have allergies here? Tell me if you have allergies and if you're affected by allergy shiners, which is a pooling of blood under here in the under eye area. And that's where you see a lot of darkness. And then you'll also notice a lot of inflammation here. So you may be getting a lot of puffiness. It could be from food that you're eating, right? There could be some dietary things that we could change to, contribute less to puffiness, or it could be the allergy issue as well. So, what are some things that we can do right now to stop this, to totally stop this from happening? I'm going to give you some. I'm going to give you some holistic things to stop and start, and I'm going to put a little bit of a different spin on these. Okay. So, tell me if you're excited about that down below. So, I just want to look at the comments for a minute. I'm seeing fine lines. Oh, contacts bother eyes. Yes. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes they do. And especially as we get older and we're having to, having dry eye, that can definitely happen. Okay,
And so,
when I say we have some
Michelle, I
allergies.
also saw puffiness and dark circles, which are two
Mm.
big ones. So,
All right,
yeah.
definitely. We are going to address them all. So, number one, the thing that you can stop, I'm going to give you three things here that I want you to stop. Number one, when you hear UV exposure to UV sunlight, I'm going to put a twist on this for you. Okay. We're going to look at this a little bit differently because we hear so much about bad exposure to the sun and how it's bad for our skin, bad for our eye health, on and on and on. But I want to put a caveat here because the sun is really important for our bodies because of vitamin D. So let's have smarter sun exposure. Okay. So we're going to stop bad sun exposure and have smarter sun exposure. So, what I mean by that is we need to be able to go out in the sun even if it's just for about 15 minutes a day, just to get the help with the synthesis of the vitamin D in our body so that we can have a healthy functioning body. That also does help our skin. But what we don't want to do is, and we want to stop, is having unsmart exposure to the sun, right? Where we're baking all day, we're having long periods of time of sun exposure. So that's one way we can change that. Number two, another thing that we've got to stop right now is not addressing inflammation. Okay, not addressing inflammation is a huge issue for seeing the puffiness under the eyes. Many times, when something is under the eyes, it may be an issue with your kidneys. So that's something that we need to address with our physicians if we are not finding that we are able to just with our own remedies remedy that fluid out of there. Now, many times that fluid could be lymphatic fluid that's pooling here under the eyes. It could be, like I said, dietary issues. Let's look at what we're eating as far as are we eating things that are high in sodium? Are we not drinking enough water where we're flushing toxins and salt that our bodies don't need out of our body, right? Keep it in the stuff that we need. Definitely, there's good salt that we need in our body, but flushing away what we don't need. And then also, when we're looking at lymph fluid specifically here, we have to remember our lymphatic system doesn't pump itself. We're in charge of pumping that, right? So for movement, when we're moving the fluid through our body. And then specifically in the face, we can actually do a lymphatic massage with our hands and some facial products and massaging away that fluid so that it could drain through the body. And then the other thing is that we can also use like a facial roller, okay, like a jade roller. Not being aware, here's number three, not being aware of what's in your skincare routine. Oh, this is my big one. And if you were in our webinar series already, we talked all about this. Actually, it's at the very first webinar that we did, and we really looked at the ingredients that were in our current skincare system. So here's the thing. Some of the ingredients that we have that we're using in products are drying. So we want to make sure that they're not drying out our skin. The other thing is we want to make sure that they're not hormone disruptors and that it's driving our system, making our system wacky, because there are certain hormone disruptors that are in our beauty products. So we could be going out about our way with a healthy skincare routine, thinking it's wonderful, but there are ingredients that are messing with our systems. So we need to be careful of that. And we need to be careful that it's not drying out the skin. All right. So, what can we start? All right. Well, I'm going to tell you 4 things that you can start right now at home on your own. Okay. So, here is number 1, relaxation. And I'm talking a really deep relaxation. Now, some people can get through this with meditation, and some people are like, you know what? I do not like to meditate. I don't understand it. Somebody told me the other day they were looking for a really great stretching and relaxation, but they didn't want to have anything to do with yoga and they didn't want to do with any kind of yoga terms. I said, okay, no problem. We can find something for you. And there are things that can help you when it comes to stretching and relaxation. So I'm going to give you something that you can do at home and it's free. So get your little phones ready so you can write yourself a note for this one. And somebody can, if you can put this down in the comments, it'll help anybody who comes to watch it on replay. There is a YouTube channel called Be Still by Dr. Janine Bowring. Her last name is spelled Bowring. Dr. Janine Bowring, Be Still is the channel. On that channel, the entire channel is binaural beats. It's music that is going to put you in a very deep relaxation. I will tell you right now, I have been using this. I'm going through a very stressful period in my life. I have been using this when I really need that extra help at night. And I got to tell you, I go into a very deep sleep. It's very comforting. So try that. Once that puts your body in that state of relaxation, hopefully you can bring that with you throughout your day or at least a part of your day. Because what's happening with the stress is we're really feeling it, right? We're going like this. Okay. You know about the 11s right here? So somebody told me once, a customer of mine said, I got the 111s. Oh, what do you mean 111? So we have to relax, right? Get the deep relaxation going so we don't get the 11s or the 111s. So try that. Let me know what you think. Gentle lymphatic massage. This one is big. If you were in webinar 2, you did get my video for it's a follow along video of the lymphatic massage. It shows you the routine. You just follow along and you could do it anytime you want. So if you need something like that, just put that down below that you are interested in getting that, and I'll make sure that you get that. But when you gently rub the lymphatic fluid away in your face, you're actually going to, I won't go through the whole routine right now, but you're going to move it in a way where it's going to go down the lymphatic chain so it can drain out. And that is such a good way to get the puffiness from the fluid out of the eye. It's actually going to make it come right out of there, okay, and drain through your body as it is appropriately supposed to be doing.
Michelle,
Yes,
question. Is
yes.
it better to do that morning, night? Does it not matter?
You know what? It really doesn't matter. I say do it for you when it feels good. You get the extra benefit at night when you can just go to sleep, right, and relax your body. But there's nothing wrong with doing it in the morning. I have done it in the morning. I think myself, I do it on average of about 5 times a week.
Okay.
And there's sometimes that I do it in the morning, or just when you're doing your skincare routine in the morning, you can give like a little extra rub there.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, great question. Number 4, using the right natural treatments and I'm sorry, I skipped number 3. Whoa, let's go to number 3. Blue light blocking protection. Okay, so you hear a lot of things, right? Get off your devices. Be off your devices at least an hour before sleep. And I think for some people that's really appropriate and it really helps. But I believe as a holistic nutrition and health coach that there is no one size fits all here. It's different for different people. So I think you have to test that, but I will say this, one thing that you want to do is you want to turn off that blue light. So on your device, there should be a setting where you can go to night mode or dark mode, whatever your device calls it. You want to sit on that because it really is going to help your eyes. You're not going to be doing the squinting, so you're not going to be getting into the habit then of making those faces and therefore having those age lines. All right. Here's number 4. See, I get so excited about this one. Using the right natural treatments and products. This one is so huge, and we did touch on about it. But cleansing and applying products without impurities and toxins, that's really, really big because it's not just for this eye area, right? We're looking at the whole body. We really are looking at life, wellness, beauty as a whole. There's not just you can't just separate one part, right? So when you're doing a lymphatic massage or you're going out in the sun to get some vitamin D, you're helping the whole person. So that's really how we need to look at things. We can target, but we really can't separate, right? So definitely being careful of products you can use that will actually contain ingredients that help. Now, having said that, I want to warn you about this. There's this thing called greenwashing, and you may have heard that term before. It sounds really fancy, right? I hate when terms become kind of like buzzwords, and this one sounds like a buzzword, but bear with me for a minute because I want you to hear something. A lot of times when you go into the store and you pick up a product and it says it's all natural because it has pomegranate in it, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is great. If you turn that product to the back and you look, pomegranate is probably in there, but is way down at the bottom of the ingredient list. And there will be all these other ingredients in there that are toxic. Okay. So that's greenwashing. It makes it look like, oh, it's so green, it's so natural because there's one natural ingredient in the product. So that's what we really want to be careful of when we're using these wonderful ingredients that I'm going to tell you what to look for. You also want to make sure that you're balancing that out. Now, I've told you about that Think Dirty app, and if you need to know more about Think Dirty, put that down below, and I will make sure that you know how to get to the app. All right, so here's some things that you can look for specifically when we're targeting eyes too, right? Cucumber is going to help with puffiness. Tell me if you've ever put the cucumbers on your eyes. Have you ever done it? I have. It's so cold and refreshing, but it might get a little bit too much for you because it is so cold on your eyeballs. So if you have like a product that has cucumber in it, that's one thing you want to look for. Aloe, of course, we all know that's a powerhouse, right? You can just take the aloe right from your plant and use that for any kind of look. I got this little burn here. You can just pop that on there, right? Oil cleansing. That's another thing that's great for the eye area, again, because we can really do that lymphatic massage in it and wash the skin at the same time. Caffeine and green tea. These are great for taking away inflammation and helping that dark area, the puffiness. It's going to help all that. Hyaluronic acid, which I think we all hear about because you're inundated with commercials about hyaluronic acid. Again, you want to make sure that that product has a lot of good ingredients, not just the one, right? Probiotics and prebiotics are huge in skincare. And that's what I use on my skin. Probiotics, we're adding in healthy bacteria to our skin to help our skin's microbiome so that our skin can repair itself. And then pomegranate boosts elasticity. So I happen to use 2 eye products specifically. One is a collagen cream, but another one is a gel, and it is a probiotic eye gel that you actually could like pop in your purse. I don't know. I do have hair. You can like pop it in your purse and bring it to work with you. Okay. So let me just show you here. I don't know if you could see it, the gel. It's
I can see
really
it.
cooling. And when you're at work and you're like staring and you're going like this in the computer, like I'm doing right now, you can just put that right over your makeup. It doesn't ruin anything. You can just see that, right? And it cools it down and you feel really good. Pop it in the fridge or in your purse, like I said, for work, and boom, you're done. That's going to help take down any of the inflammation that may happen when you are at work looking at your devices all day long, including that computer, doing those spreadsheets, etc., sending those emails. That's going to help so that you're not doing all this strain and eye pain, which is causing the 11s, the 111s, and all the fine lines and wrinkles.
So, Michelle, I do want to share with you.
Yes.
You got me hooked on the prebiotic face wash,
Yes. Yeah.
and I ran out.
Oh,
And so I had to, so I buy it from you, right? So you got a text like 3 weeks ago going,
right,
"Hey, I
right,
need
right.
more." And I grabbed just a random face wash out of my daughter Isabel's bathroom. Within a day and a half, I had a huge pimple growing on my skin.
Oh,
And I'm like, and it
no.
was hysterical because I'm like, that works. Like that prebiotic face wash
Yeah.
really was so much better. And I was having a reaction to the random acne one that I grabbed. So
Oh,
luckily you
wow.
got it to me quick, so I was safe. But it
Yes.
was one of
Oh
those
my
things where
gosh.
I'm like, now I know why you recommended that for my skin.
Mhm. Yeah.
So it's
Such
huge, huge difference.
such a difference, right? And now when you were using it,
Yep.
before obviously you saw the breakout, but even when you were using it, like what was the difference in how it felt?
So I would say, well, you've got me addicted to a couple things. So I think the face wash is just lightweight. Like,
Mhm.
so when I'm putting it on, it's just there's this lightweight feeling. And then the other big difference was right after I get out of the shower, I really don't over dry my face.
Mhm.
And then there's that prebiotic spray.
Mhm.
So it's just the mister or whatever it's called. So I spray that on, and then the lotion that matches the other two goes on right after that. And my makeup goes on nicer. It's a lighter feeling throughout the day. I don't feel cakey.
Yeah.
And I think before there used to be like just a heaviness that I
Mhm.
felt on my skin.
Mhm.
So it definitely is softer. So I'm addicted now.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so glad you like it. Yeah, such a difference when you stop using the chemical
Mhm.
products. And I really thought I was like, I don't know about this when I first tried it as well. But you just get used to it so fast. It's
Yeah.
such a difference in the product that you're using. And definitely. So I needed to carry that in a store. So I'm very happy that I do that.
Yeah. So
Good, good. I'm glad
it
I
was
can
just
help you with
when you
that.
were going through that, I'm like, "Oh, crap, I use that, I use that, I use that."
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's so funny. All right. Do we have any questions coming in?
I was gonna say, we have, like, "Oh my goodness, that happened to me too."
Oh,
"Once your care goes natural, you can never go back."
so
So
true.
just some fun comments like that.
So true. So
Yeah.
true. So true. All right. Very, very good. Well, thank you so much for tonight. What I do want to know is if you were here, everybody who comes to see this tonight is going to be getting my holistic guide to beauty. It's a free guide going to you. So I will see you if you comment below. So just go ahead and leave me a comment. Say holistic guide or guide, and I'll make sure that you do get that. But I'm really excited also about our November series. Now, if anyone is interested in any of the products that we talked about tonight, whether it be Stephanie, obviously, with her fantastic testimony of what these products have really done for her, and or taking this away from your
Yeah.
work strain, say links down below, and I will send you the links to those so that you can learn more about those products. I see
So
holistic guide coming in good.
I would say I definitely wanna link to the, cream that you pulled out of your purse behind you. I don't
Okay.
remember what it was. Is it collagen or
Well, there's the collagen eye cream. The
yeah.
one I pulled out the gel was the probiotic eye gel.
Okay, yeah, I need links to both of those,
Okay,
please.
you got it. You got it.
Yeah.
You
So,
got it,
and
my
other
friend.
people are commenting links, 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 links right
Okay,
now.
good, good,
So,
good.
I love it. So Michelle, are anything else you would like to share before I kind of close us out?
No, I think we can close out and just everybody stay tuned for what's coming up in November. So here's the deal with November. we sent out this survey to find out what people were really looking for, and everybody wanted to have a successful fall. They wanted to get back to that healthy skincare, fitness, and eating. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. But this is going to be more than, a 20-minute, half hour type of webinar like we've done in the past or live. So this is actually going to be a 3-part series, and it's going to be all through November. It's going to be once a week, and I will get those dates out to you. Mark your calendars for the first one's November 2nd.
Yep.
I'll tell you that one right now. So we're going to get everybody, like you said, from the rut to the reset for the holiday.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited about it. And I love that we took the feedback we received from the previous events, and that's what's building these. So I do believe you're going to send out a post-event survey. So we hope we continue to get those comments. Both Michelle and I want to thank everybody for joining. If you'd like more information on today's topics, Michelle is sending out a link to schedule appointments with her where she can answer questions one-on-one if you are interested. Again, she said we have a 3-part series starting November 2nd. And thank you so much. We hope you had a great night, and we hope the rest of your night is wonderful also.
All right,
Bye.
let's put our hands in for the huddle. 1, 2, 3, go out there and crush it, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a good night.